Alright, so we are back for another Dokkan battle video, and in today's video we are going to be looking at the LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, because of course, we did just get the reveal that this up-and-coming New Year's celebration is going to be based around Wrath of the Dragon. We got the reveal of the two Dokkan Fest units with the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and then the Hirudegan. So, definitely very good potential with both of those releases, but I'm just being completely honest, the main thing that I want is this Chad's EZA. We've been waiting for it for forever. This is a 2018 unit, so what, it's been like 6 years, and we've just been patiently waiting for his EZA. So it's finally time, so I'm really excited. If this guy does an EZA during this celebration, like, I'm gonna have to riot, because then he's just never gonna EZA at this point. This guy has been patiently waiting for his EZA for a long ass time, so the fact that we're most likely closing in on it definitely is really exciting. And I think this guy has some pretty good potential with his EZA. I'm going to be honest, there's not really a whole lot we can speculate off of, because his kit is really short, not really a lot to go off of with his EZA, because, you know, they're probably going to end up adding a lot of new stuff, because like I mentioned, he's very old, so his kit is extremely outdated. But I think the theme they kind of got going on with this guy could definitely be very good with a modern kit. So with all that said, we can go and get into his passive, or I guess we'll do his super attack effects first. So his 12 key is that he causes colossal damage to enemy, and then has a rare chance to stun. Not good. A rare chance to stun really sucks, and also that's on his 12 key. Most of the time you are going for this guy's 18 key super, just because he's going to be doing significantly more damage on that 18 key compared to his 12 key. So that doesn't really matter. It's only like a 15% chance to stun, and that's literally it on his 12 key, which you're not even going to be getting the 12 key most of the time, like I said. So not really good at the super attack effect, at least for the 12 key. And then on the 18 key, he causes mega colossal damage to enemy and then greatly lowers defense. Yeah, not really good, as you can see. He's lowering defense and then has like a 15% chance to stun. So I definitely think there's a lot they have to work on with the super attack effects. I know this is going to sound really basic, but, you know, give him 30% attack and defense on 12 key, 50% attack and defense on 18 key. And then really you could just call it a day, because as long as he's getting defense on super, his super attack effect is good. But this guy not only is not getting defense on super, but then he only has like a 15% chance to stun, and then he's lowering defense. I think lowering defense is probably one of the most useless things on a super attack that you could have. So obviously not that great with his super attack effects. But anyway, his defense right here, 187k. Now, by itself, that still sucks, but there's a lot of other things you have to consider, not for the benefit of this guy, actually for quite the opposite. So this guy's whole passive, I'm going to say it in 2 lines because it's literally only 2 lines. I guess I can show you really quick. Start of turn, he gets 120% defense, and then he gets 180% attack, and then minus 70% defense on 18 key, and then that's it. So right here, not only is this our start of turn defensive stat, which is really bad, but this is going to go down by minus 70%. So what, that means I think we're going to be a little under 100k defense. Now 180k defense is already bad as it is, so 100k defense is like, you're just going to get destroyed. Now, of course, 2018 unit, all right, you know, I'm not going to go too harsh on him. He's definitely a very old unit. You know, we've been waiting for his EZA for a very long time, so it's kind of understandable how he sucks, but I'm just saying here, they got to do a lot with his EZA. I don't just want, you know, oh, bump it up to 120% the stats, start of turn, make it minus 50% defense on super, and then, you know, maybe give him like an additional, and then call it a day. Like, no, they really got to go crazy with this. Like, at least 150% the stats, start of turn. I would say give him like 200% attack on 18 key. And if they really want to keep the debuff, make it minus like 30%. Because I think that's pretty fair. Minus 30% is still somewhat significant, but it's to a point where as long as his start of turn defensive stat is really good, and, you know, he's getting stats on super, potentially they give him some guard, damage reduction, or dodge, then just minus 30% defense won't really be that big of a deal in the long run. And it'll just kind of be a little, like, thing you're going to be missing out on. But, like I said, it won't be that crucial to his kit. But that's just me being realistic. What I want to happen is for them to just completely remove the debuff, make it to where he just gets so much attack and defense on super, so much attack and defense start of turn. You know, he's hitting like an absolute nuke. Give him some guard, damage reduction, dodge, defense on super, and then, you know, he's just going to be amazing. But, like I said, there's kind of a theme with a lot of these units, and they like to keep that theme with their EZA. So I could realistically see this guy being an amazing offensive unit, but then maybe defensively, either he's not going to be good like after he gets his 18 key, or he's just kind of going to be bad defensively maybe after the first couple turns or something like that. Again, it's hard to predict what they're going to do with this guy because his passive is so small, but I mean, we could have a couple predictions here and there. And like I mentioned, as long as he gets the basic stuff like defense on super, you know, higher stats, and then maybe guard damage reduction or dodge, then I could definitely see this guy being very good. Now right here, we're at 160k defense. All right, we don't have any support, and we've got, I think, 6 out of 7 links activated because we get Kamehameha, right? No, we don't. Or yeah, we get it on super. Okay, so we're going to keep him in slot 2. I don't really know if the God Goku's going to kill, but then we're going to miss out on experienced fighters. All right, yeah, let's just play it like this. I want to get his 18 key in the video because key, I mean, it could kind of be an issue with this guy. He's a Goku, so he's got a pretty solid link set and some pretty solid linking partners, but there's no key built into his passive, so, you know, there definitely is opportunities where you could kind of just get shafted with key. 5.3. I mean, that's not horrible. 5.3 just by itself for, what, a 6-year-old unit? Definitely not the worst, so with his EZA, make that number a little higher and then give him some crits or something like that. And I could easily see this guy being an insane offensive unit. Although, the thing I'm really worried about is if they really focus on his offense, obviously that means they're not going to do much for his defense. And defense is really important in the game right now. So, I hope they don't focus too much on that, just because we need units to be good defensively. But also, if this guy's a really good slot 2 option, I'm not really going to be that mad, because then the new Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 3 Goku could be amazing for slot 1. And actually, you know what? These guys aren't going to link together, so never mind, that doesn't matter. I mean, you could still like run this guy on the Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 3 Goku's team, so there still is a pretty good rotation with that, but I don't know. That's another thing with this guy. His teams, obviously he's on like Pure Saiyans, he's on Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Earthbred Fighters, Bond of Parent and Child, which are all really good teams, but then stuff like Super Saiyan 3, Full Power, Mastered Evolution, Bond of Friendship, he is kind of helping some weak categories, so I definitely think this has potential to be a really good release. So I really don't want them to fumble this just because he's on some pretty weak teams. And he's going to be good with some of the new Dokkan Fest units. Like I mentioned, a new Super Saiyan 3 Goku that we're getting for New Year's. This guy will be pretty good on his team. Even for like movie heroes, because obviously we're getting superhero again. Like we're going to get a new Beast Gohan eventually. Probably going to get a Cell Max. Probably going to get a standalone Orange Piccolo. All that. And because this guy's on movie heroes, he would probably fit pretty well on their teams if he gets a good EZA. So what I'm trying to say is the potential for this guy is crazy. So I'm really hoping his EZA is going to be good. I mean, we just kind of got to wait to see his details, because I could easily see them fumbling him, and I could see them making him like the best unit in the game easily, because we've been waiting for this EZA for forever. So I could really go either way, like I said. But anyway, right here, we're going to get, what is that, 20 key super, I think. So pretty good in terms of key. We've got a little bit of support, and we've got 5 out of 7 links activated, so good rotation. What we're going to do is we're going to showcase this right here, and then we'll hop into the Red Zone Broly event, see how good he's performing in that final phase where he has type advantage. Obviously, he's going to take a lot of damage, but I'm still curious how much he's going to take specifically. We're at a 7 million attack stat. Not really that bad, I guess. I mean, we've got the crits built in as well, because of course we're tech, so even 55%, technically he's got a 10% chance to crit. And then you get the cool KO screen. So, I mean, there's some value with this guy even now, right? No, there's not. This guy sucks. But still a really fun unit. Again, look at this KO screen. Looks amazing. So, with all that said, let's go on and cut to the Red Zone Broly test. He's about to get absolutely bullied in there, but, you know, it's going to be funny. So, let's cut to that. All right, so we're here fighting Red Zone Broly. We've got a decent rotation right here. I don't really know how this is going to play out. The Carnival LR Goku in slot 1. I want him to tank, so then we can see the Goku, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, tank in slot 2, or try to tank. But you'll also notice we're at like 50k HP. We took a lot of damage on the previous turn, so don't really know how this is going to play out. I still want to get this in the video, though, because you can see his started turn defensive stat is around 250k. I think that's the highest I've ever seen his defense, so I mean, that's pretty good. That's about as high as it's going to get, too. We've got most of our links activated, and we've got a lot of support. So, pretty good with his defense, all things considered, but then he also does lose defense, and then, you know, there's a lot of other things going on with him that you got to keep in mind. But, again, all things considered, you know, it's a 6-year-old unit. Definitely not bad by any means. He can still do some solid damage. He can push 10 million, and his defense is around 250k. So that's why you could see on release, this guy was insane. Dude, are we really not going to be able to get an 18 key super? Okay, we'll just do this for the sake of the video, because I kind of want to see him tank. So actually, will not get the 18 key super, so then his defense doesn't go down on super. So we can kind of maybe see him tank the least amount of damage as possible. Don't really care about this Dokkan mode. I just want this Goku to survive. So yeah, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, like I was saying earlier, with his EZA, I would say give him a little bit of crits, bump up his stats, and then give him some guard, damage reduction, or dodge. Because then just with a little bit more stats, of course, start of turn defense will go up. Get rid of the debuff, or at least make it like almost nothing. Like I said, make it minus 30%, or even something below that, maybe minus 10%. But then at that point, just completely get rid of it. But whatever, Dokkan's weird. They like to keep little things in passive sometimes. So if they want to do that, fine, I get it. But then you gotta give him guard, damage reduction, or dodge. If you're not gonna make this guy's defensive stats utterly insane, give him guard, give him damage reduction, and if you want to give him like a high chance to dodge, I guess that would be pretty good. It wouldn't really make much sense for the unit, but I mean, I wouldn't complain personally. A high chance to dodge is definitely good. So 400k from the super. I'm gonna be honest, it's not that bad. Keep in mind though, that was like the best he would be able to tank. That was literally peak rotations with him. We had a lot of support, 200% leader skill, rainbowed level 10 links. We had this support memory activated, and we didn't get the 18 key super, so we didn't get the minus 70% defense. So you don't really get better than that. But still, I don't know, 400k wasn't horrible. He took about 50k from the normals as well. I mean, you're going to die, especially if you bring him in any modern event, because this event is, what, almost 2 years old now also. So this isn't even the best test to bring him in. But all things considered, he looked all right. Just imagine how he's going to look after his EZA. At least I hope he's going to look good. Dude, if they fumble this guy, there's only one thing worse than not EZAing this guy, and that's EZAing him, but making him completely horrible. Like, what do we even do at that point? I think we just gotta, like, quit Dokkan, because, I mean, dude, this guy is just so insane, right? I mean, his EZA has so much potential, they just fumble him, and it's like, all right, well, what's the point then? I don't know, man. I don't want to put that out there, because look at In Transforming Goku Black and STR and they were really anticipated in old EZAs, and they were not really that great. So we'll see how Dokkan handles this guy. Let me know in the comments what you guys want his EZA to look like, and let me know what you want the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegan to look like, and which one you're going to summon on, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.